I'm Anne Napier. Welcome to the Dining Out Show. I think you'll find the restaurants on Mount Desert Island are as interesting and as varied as the natural wonders of the area. Come along with me and we'll explore them. Before I head out of Bar Harbor to visit other restaurants on the island, I'm going to stop at West Street Cafe and talk with Chris Coston, who has made his restaurant a popular place by catering to families with reasonable prices and a casual atmosphere.
And also you feel very comfortable in their jacket and tie.
So whatever you got on, why, you're welcome, huh?
That's correct.
You have a light fare menu?
Yes, we do. We have lobster rolls, crab meat rolls, burgers, several different types of burgers, homemade clam chowder, onion soup au gratin.
And that's served from when to when?
11:30 a.m. to 10 p.m.
So no matter what time of day or night I'm hungry, I could come in and get something light.
That's correct.
You have a senior citizens and children's menu?
We have a special section, which are smaller portions, and at a discounted price for senior citizens and children under 12.
Chris, one of the things that you offer at the West Street Cafe is an early bird lobster special. Tell me about that.
Yes, we have a hot-boiled lobster with rolls and butter, and Jay has it here. This is $5.95 from 11:30 a.m. until 6 p.m. and it comes with homemade biscuits.
So if you were really hungry, you could have a lobster for lunch and a lobster for dinner too.
That's correct.
Both at the special price.
Yes.
Chris, something you're especially proud of at the West Street Cafe is your house special Cafe Delight.
Yes, Jay has it here. Cafe Delight is thin spaghetti noodles topped with a light cheese sauce, and it has sautéed shrimp, mushrooms, and lobster meat in it. And you can get a small portion for $4.95 or a larger portion for $6.95.
Looks wonderful. Smells wonderful.
It's very, very popular. Everybody seems to enjoy it very much.
We're on our way now out of Bar Harbor toward Otter Creek, where we're going to the Blackwoods restaurant, and we'll be talking with Mike DeAngelo, the owner. It's a nice drive out of Bar Harbor, just a few miles, and go by some very pretty scenery, a few mountains, and here we are coming up on Blackwoods. Mike, you have a nice quiet place here away from town.
Yes, I do. We're located in Otter Creek, Maine, capital of the world. It's about 6 miles outside of Bar Harbor. Drive through the Otter Creek Valley and you're here.
What's special about being this place?
Well, we have a lot of local flavor and local color around here.
What do you mean by local color?
Well, here he is right now. Hey, Austin, buddy boy.
Hello, how are you?
Hi, Austin.
Hello.
Do you eat here much?
Oh, I eat all I can eat.
You lived here all your life?
I lived here all 3 lives.
What'd you do?
When I was a young boy, and when I was middle-aged, and when I was an old man.
What'd you do when you were a young boy?
Chase the girls.
What'd you do when you were a middle-aged man?
Chase the girls.
And what do you do when you're an old man?
Oh, I try to chase the girls, but don't do much good.
Mike, what do you serve at Blackwoods?
Well, we serve all different types of seafood. We're known for our fried seafood, and this year we've expanded our menu into Italian food, lasagna, and steaks, and barbecue chicken. And we try and serve a good portion for a good price.
You have takeout service as well as?
Yes, we do.
As eating inside?
Yes, we do.
Do you have shore dinners?
Yes, we do. We have 3 different types of shore dinners. You can have all different combinations, either lobster, steamers, and corn, or lobster chowder and steamers, all different variations of the lobster dinner.
Mike, where do all your people come from?
We have people from all over the world here. We have a map up inside with pins beside the map, and you can pin your hometown. Last year we had all 50 states represented, and we had people in here from South Africa, Korea, Germany, Italy, and Japan. I guess you could say all roads lead to Otter Creek, America.
Thanks a lot, Mike.
Thank you, Ann, for stopping by. Hope to see you again.
Bye, Austin.
Goodbye. Come again.
The newly constructed Popplestone Restaurant, perched overlooking the yacht-filled waters of Northeast Harbor, is the culmination of lifelong dreams for Gale and Brenda Webber. When you named the place, how did you choose your name?
My sister can take credit for that.
How did you choose it, Brenda?
Well, I wanted a name that would be different and started researching some history in the island. Came across the name, didn't know what it meant, looked it up, and found out that a popplestone was something I've been collecting since I was a small child.
All those things that weighted down your pockets, huh?
Yes.
And what does it mean, actually?
It's a rock that's been rounded by the action of the sea as it comes in and out.
So the two big rocks, big stones out by the door are actually popplestones?
Yes.
Did you design it yourself?
Yes. Gale designed the kitchen.
So it's set up just the way you want it for everything you want to do in it?
Right. And we had the help of an architect, but we knew what we wanted in the dining room as far as each table with a view. And we worked with him, and this is what we came up with.
So you have two levels of dining and a lounge, and no matter where you sit in the dining room, you can see the harbor.
Yes.
That's delightful. Gale, as chef, you designed your kitchen. Do you also design your menu?
Yes, I did.
What did you decide to specialize in? Anything?
Well, of course, we have a lot of seafood dishes
Being Maine.
being made, but we also have a chateaubriand and rack of lamb carved tableside, which is a nice touch.
That sounds like it might be rather spectacular.
It is. It's very nice.
And that's your house specialty?
Yes, it is.
And you serve both lunch and dinner. So what you've tried to design with Popplestone, it sounds like a place where you have a wonderful view and a very pleasing atmosphere and an excellent menu and nice service, sort of a total dining experience.
Yes, stressing that.
Around the corner and up the hill from the Popplestone is the Docksider restaurant, where Brenda and Gale Webber's dream began. While the Popplestone offers elegant dining, the Docksider has its own rustic charm.
Brenda, what kind of a restaurant is the Docksider?
It's a family restaurant with a very casual atmosphere. You can come in for either lunch or dinner and get both sandwiches and a complete meal.
Anytime that you're open, then the sandwiches and dinner are both available?
Yes.
Okay. Is it a family food place for people on the move, then?
Yes, you could say that.
Gale, are there particular items which are most popular among your clientele?
Yes, we have several. We have the shore dinner, which has a cup of chowder, steamers, and lobster. Then we also have a real favorite, poached haddock with egg sauce. And then we have a Docksider deluxe, which is half a Maine lobster, scallops, clams, haddock, and shrimp.
So I get a taste of everything there.
Yes.
Diane, I understand the lobsters can be taken away, too.
Yes, we'll cook them for you to eat here or to take, or we'll pack them live to go.
So I can take a cooked lobster for a picnic or a live one to take home myself.
Yes.
Brenda, since you're located between town and the harbor, do you get a lot of sailors?
Oh, yes. We have a lot of yachts people here. They've even called us ship to shore to order a meal.
So that's one of your more unusual takeouts.
Yes.
For a bit of fine offshore island dining, head for the Islesford Dock Restaurant on Little Cranberry Island.
The Islesford Dock restaurant is reached by passenger ferry, which leaves several times a day from the Northeast Harbor Pier. Check the ferry schedule for departure times.
Conley, I detect a little bit of a southern accent. What's a southerner doing on an island off the coast of Maine?
Well, I just got pretty tired of what I was doing down in Kentucky and was looking for something different to do. So
What'd you
my
do
wife,
back then?
well, I was a lawyer, and typical burnout situation, and looking for the clear air of Maine and something different, and we sure found it.
So you now run the Islesford Dock Restaurant.
Right, it's a restaurant in the winter. It's a fuel oil business here at Surf's Island.
Conley, you mentioned you serve both lunch and dinner. Tell me about your menu.
We have the whole range of seafood, broiled and fried, but I must say that outside or over the Mason-Dixon line, this side, my cook does the fried seafood and onion rings and that kind of thing better than anybody I've seen or eaten at their restaurant. But the selection is full and everything else is excellent too. I mean, you're not going to sit here and say that your food is not the best, and I believe it is.
And you can eat inside in your dining room, which no longer smells like bait, I noticed.
Not at all. It's a lovely spot. We have the gift shop. It's adjoining the dining room. We serve outside and inside during the day, and just inside at night.
Sounds like this is a wonderful place to watch a sunset and sit down and have a bite to eat right over the water.
It really is, and the natives don't bite. They're very friendly.
Returning to Northeast Harbor, dining out is now traveling by car to the other side of Mount Desert Island to visit several more of the island's interesting restaurants. Passing through Somesville at the head of Somes Sound, I follow Route 102 to Southwest Harbor, Seawall, and Bass Harbor. My first stop is Galley West, a somewhat difficult place to find on the main thoroughfare in Southwest overlooking the harbor.
Have you been in the restaurant business a long time, Joe, or is Galley West your first venture?
It's about 25 years since I started in the business. I took a little place in Ellsworth in 1958, and I've been at it ever since.
How did you choose the name Galley West?
Well, we had a little contest like among friends and asked for their input. And had a number of what we thought were really good names come up. This one we ended up with, we thought it was fitting. There's a suggestion of the southwest west part, and the galley, of course, involves cooking. Right. And, but the expression is a nautical term, meaning if you get knocked Galley West, you get knocked leave of your senses, which I sometimes think I might have done coming here.
And you have a nice view of the harbor, which is also Southwest Harbor.
Right, yes. There's a definite plus for the place to have such a good look at it.
What kind of a restaurant is Galley West?
We like to think of it as a family-oriented restaurant for local people. By local, I mean a radius of 50 to 75 miles even, where people feel it's worthwhile driving to us. They can enjoy our atmosphere and particularly our food, I think. And our price structure is such that it doesn't scare them away.
So you're affordable.
Yes.
What kind of foods do you have, Joe?
Well, we have, starting with, say, sandwiches, burgers, pizzas that we make here on premise for children, for anybody for that matter, through a number of steaks. We have casserole dishes. We broil seafoods. We bake and stuff seafoods. We do have filet mignon and lobsters in season.
So it's a place the kids can have a pizza or a hamburger, and mom and dad can have a steak or a lobster.
Right.
Balances out very well.
We like to think we have something for about everybody in the family.
Leaving Galley West, I exchanged the view of a working fishing village for that of Mother Nature's rugged beauty as I head for Annabelle's Seawall Dining Room. Continuing on Route 102, I turn left onto Route 102A and follow it several miles to the pink granite rocks of the natural seawall, signature setting for the dining room.
Annabelle, you have a wonderful location here by the water. How did you get into the restaurant business?
I worked my way through college by waiting on tables, and then went into working in Bangor in many restaurants, and decided that if I could work 12 hours for someone else, I could for myself. So I looked for a place that I could run by myself and landed back in Southwest Harbor.
Was it this big when you started?
No, the original dining room only seated 19 people, and today I seat 225.
And so you've obviously made several additions.
We started in 1962 with the original Seawall Dining Room that I built, with the help of the SBA, and then every other year added to it until 1975 when we completed the lounge, and then in 1982 we started the motel.
And that's your latest addition.
And I think my last.
Since you feed lots of people, how about telling me about your food?
Originally we started as a family type restaurant and felt that if we could stay family oriented so that any financial level group persons could come in here and eat, we maintained the same menu year in and year out. If you came today and then 5 years from today you came back, essentially you'd see the same menu, the same quality of food, and the same service.
You have some special items on your menu?
Well, we're a seafood house, and we have a rather secret batter that we use on all of our seafood, and it's one of the few processes that I've never told anyone else. I do give away baking secrets every so often, but this particular procedure for doing my seafood we've never revealed.
Your very own secret.
Right. We created it from scratch and hard work and trial and error.
I know I've eaten here, and when you say a plate of clams, you mean a plate of clams.
Well, we like to give those who say 2 for 1 some competition so that you really don't have to come back the first time you're full.
Although this side of Mount Desert Island is considered the quiet side of the island, when the sun goes down, things get lively at the Deckhouse Restaurant in Bass Harbor. It is then that the curtain goes up on the Cabaret Theater, where both food and entertainment are served up with great enthusiasm. Come with me as I follow the Swans Island ferry signs and take a sharp left up the hill to the deck house overlooking the boats in Bass Harbor.
Hi, Jerry. Hi, Rob.
Hello, Ann.
Am I in time for the show?
Sure are.
Oh, goodbye, my Coney Island.
You'll also find that things are very much in harmony at the deck house.
True love, honey, I'm gonna go and leave you.
The deck house has its own brand of magic. Next, the female talent at the deck house is given a lesson about life upon the stage.
Oh, go away! We drink water from
Everybody else have a maid. Everybody else
The men at the deck house seem to have their own ideas about what ancient Roman life should be like.
Suddenly a voice said, go forth, neighbor, spread the picture on a wider screen. And the voice said, neighbor, there's a million reasons why you should be glad.
Every now and then, everyone gets into the act.
Life, life, life.
Thank you for joining me today on the Dining Out Show. I hope you'll join me again when I visit more restaurants on Mount Desert Island. This is Anne Napier, hoping that your every meal is a delight.